Hey, so I'm making this video today hoping that when I come back to this maybe in a few years, I would have more substantial things to add to it. But I still have, based on the research I'm doing currently, I wanted to record this, mainly for myself but also for anyone else who watches this. Getting a mentor. So, Di says getting a mentor is like getting a girlfriend, sort of. You don't ask someone to marry you on the first date. You meet someone and you ask them on the first meeting, be my mentor, they will likely refuse. What do you do instead? You build it up step by step. All relationships over time can be strong. Uh, you can do the Tom Cruise approach, whereas be fearless and try your luck. But I say that depends on the person. Doing the right things in the wrong order, I mean, like, same with dating. Asking someone to marry you first, wrong order, is the same as doing the wrong things. So, ideally, what you should do is start by putting yourself in situations in which you're more likely to come across people who are successful. There should be multiple levels of mentors. There's no rule that says you can have just one mentor. Have a lot of them. Hopefully, they teach you different things. And as Tim Ferriss says, don't make your first choice the number one priority you have because your pitch is going to suck. So practice a bit on people who you don't really care that much if they refuse or turn you down. Let's start with that in mind. Okay, so you see someone for the first time, you talk to them. Maybe later on you send a gift. Reciprocity plays a role, sorry. But it's also being genuineness because they're providing you value and you hopefully care about them, so you provide something in return. A book, I don't know, references, whatever, like Arnold says, be useful. How can you benefit them? It is, I'm sure there are people out there who, out of the goodness of their heart, would take you on and teach you things. But it is very likely that most successful people will be busy and would have this ability in them to only focus on things that give them benefit. So be someone who gives them benefit. How do you do that? Lots of ways, but the first one is ideally read a lot of books. So you know what you're talking about at least. Assuming you're looking for a mentor in the business sense. But even in other areas of your life, being knowledgeable certainly plays a role, makes you stand out from the crowd. Showing up plays an even bigger role because someone who is not prepared but took the initiative, introduced himself, will probably be better off than someone who spent years preparing himself, thinking, oh, I'm good enough now. Maybe I should start at this point. Time value plays a role. You can you get good by failing and trying and learning from it. So there might be a few times when you make mistakes. But again, simply see them the first time. Over time, keep on meeting them again. It's also good for you because you get to know if they're a suitable mentor or not. Maybe grab a coffee or whatever, and eventually, a few months in, or maybe 1 year in, ask them if they would be interested in mentoring you. That is what Tar says. I unfortunately am not that patient, by the way. So, what would I do? 10x it. I'm definitely not gonna ask them to marry me on the first time I see them. But you provide a lot of value. You completely stand out. You try to make a difference. You be genuinely interested in them, and you select the right person so that it feels authentic to you when you're approaching them. Because you look up to that guy. Alright. And then maybe trying to be genuine about what you want out of life. And hopefully they have done something similar that you admire and you Be honest about it. I've had a lot of shitty experiences. I don't think I can do everything by myself. Teach me what you know. Maybe work for them for free. Whatever works. Try out a lot of different things. And hopefully, also listen to them, ask the right questions. But hopefully, they will say yes. If they don't,